Hello everyone. This is a video request for one of my subscribers, and her name is Yasha Speaks, and she asked a very important question. And she identifies as a lesbian, and she is a masculine presenting lesbian, or what they title as stud in the lesbian community. And she wanted to know if I would do a video regarding the topic of studs or tomboy lesbians dating lesbian feminine women who treat them as men, but specifically Yasha Speaks, and I imagine many other lesbians who identify as masculine presenting stud or tomboy lesbians have a difficult time finding lesbians who are feminine who treat them as women. Although they may be physically masculine presenting or tomboyish in appearance, and maybe they have masculine energy or mannerisms, they still are women and they still view themselves as women, but they're having a difficult time meeting women or being in relationships with lesbian women who are feminine presenting, who treat them as lesbian women. They are being treated as if they are men simply because they're studs or tomboys. And I think that is an excellent question and video request, so I'm going to cover that today in my video message. Thank you very much. I am Giselle Wallace. I'm a certified life coach and author. I do provide my lesbian perspective here on my YouTube channel, and if that interests you, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. You know, I've actually coached different women who identify as lesbian, and they also feel comfortable with being addressed as tomboy or stud or masculine presenting lesbians. And they have shared with me in coaching sessions that they have dated women who they feel did not treat them as a very important part of the relationship. They felt ignored. They felt as if the women they were dating, who were lesbian women and feminine presenting lesbian women, treated them as if they were not a woman themselves. Meaning the feminine presenting woman in the relationship, she took on the mindset and attitude that she is the only female or woman in this relationship. So she looked at her partner as the male partner instead of being her lesbian female partner. And this is causing a divide in the lesbian relationship spaces. And it's a very important issue to address. And since I am a lesbian identified woman, I am a feminine presenting woman, I can kind of be able to provide my lesbian perspective with what's kind of going on in the mindset of feminine women who are lesbians. But I also will be able to share with you, based on my experience with coaching women who are lesbian women who identify as stud or tomboyish, I'll be able to help you to understand their mindset and what they need and what they desire in their relationships with lesbian women. I will first say that I have always looked at lesbians as women. I have never looked at a lesbian woman based on her physical appearance being more masculine in appearance or tomboyish in appearance as a reason why I should treat her as a male. And the reason why is because I always instinctively understood that everybody has their own way of expressing themselves. And we carry on both masculine and feminine energy. Every human being, whether you are a male or a female, you have both male and female hormones. And the reason why is because if we did not have both hormones, we would not be able to function. Our hormones, the chemical reactions in our body, basically everything that connects us from our brain to our heart involves a chemical reaction that gives signals from the brain to the heart throughout the body, through our veins, our cells, our hormones. It helps us to operate as functional human beings. So, we are also able to relate to each other because we have both hormones. Imagine a human being only having one hormone. For example, imagine if a female only had estrogen, because estrogen is the female hormone. She would be imbalanced. And vice versa, if it was a male and he only had the hormone testosterone, he would be imbalanced. We have to have both hormones. And hormones are imperative into conducting our sexuality. So hormones influence our sexual orientation as well. And we are sexual beings. As lesbians, we are same-sex attracted females, or we're female homosexuals. We are attracted to the same sex. And because of this, I know that we have in common that we're women. I know that even though a woman may physically present herself in a manner that is more masculine in appearance, maybe she dresses with male attire, maybe you see her haircut, maybe a short haircut, or she may wear her hairstyle in a way that most males wear their hair. Maybe she walks in a more, how can I describe it, masculine step. But that does not change the biology of this woman. She has the hormones and the female genitalia of a woman. Women are different from men, biologically and physically. And yes, we both have the same hormones. We have a combination of estrogen and testosterone. However, whatever your biological sex is, you will have more hormones based on what your gender or your sex is. meaning if you are a female, even though you have male testosterone, you also have estrogen. And because of the way your body has developed, we develop our hormones as we mature and go through puberty. So our physical body changes according to the levels of the hormones that are in our body. And our hormones influence our thinking. But not only that, the way we experience life also influences how we behave. And we also have our own temperament, our own personalities. We have our own way of being. This is not something that we're taught. And there's this nature and nurture argument. Nature is like what comes to you naturally, meaning that you're born with it. Nobody can change or alter you. So who you are, your temperament, your personality, that is believed to be influenced by nature. And then the nurture aspect usually comes with who and what you are exposed to as you go through life. So we're a mixture of all of the above. And we are also multidimensional beings. We are body, soul, heart, and spirit. We're amazing creatures. Human beings are absolutely amazing. So we're not able to just say that we all think the same way, or we all look the same way, or we all feel the same way, or believe the same way, or operate the same way, because it absolutely is not true. I do not, in any form or fashion, view women as being only feminine in appearance. I believe that women vary in their physical features, as well as how they think and how they believe and how they operate in life. So there unfortunately is this stereotype that if you are a lesbian or if you are a gay woman, you are a masculine woman. And usually people immediately form in their mind a woman who may be a butch woman or a stud woman or a tomboyish woman. And they instantly associate these titles with a person who wants to be a man, and or a person who wants to be treated or viewed as a man. And unfortunately, this is happening even within the lesbian community. There are women who identify as lesbian, and they view women who are gay women or lesbians as being someone who should be treated as a man simply because she dresses more masculine. However, this is an inappropriate way to approach a lesbian woman who identifies as a stud, tomboy, or butch lesbian. And this is why communication is imperative. And if there's a lack of communication in your interactions with lesbians, then you will proceed according to how you think. But a relationship requires two people to communicate their thoughts to each other. And it's very important that you have a very clear, direct, and honest conversation with a woman who you are interested in dating. And if you're already involved with this woman in a romantic and or sexual relationship, then there is never a time where you should stop communicating, stop having one-on-one talks with each other. There should always be couple time. You should always make time to talk about where are you at in this relationship. A lot of times when you are in a relationship, you get comfortable and you become very relaxed, and you stop having conversations. You get stuck in a routine, and you think that since everything seems to be going well, you just continue on in the routine activities of your relationship. But there has to be time where you sit down together, face to face, and you speak to each other and you ask, how are you doing? Is there anything that I need to do to make our relationship better? You can write questions down and you can share these questions with your lesbian partner and answer the questions and be empathetic, be polite, be patient with your lesbian partner, because this is a very vulnerable place to be in, to open up and share your heart with one another. But to have a successful long-term relationship, you need to come together and have those moments where you discuss your relationship. And this is missing in our relationships as lesbian women. I recommend that this happens before you even have a relationship, meaning before you make it official where you're exclusive. Because when you start early, you will find it to be more easier and natural for you to have these open, intimate, loving relationships and conversations with each other in the long run. So, lesbian women have communicated with me during coaching sessions, as well as in real life experiences, that they are frustrated with dating women or just listening to lesbian feminine women discuss their views about studs or butch lesbians. What are they frustrated about? Well, they're frustrated that many feminine lesbian women believe that there should be a male and a female relationship dynamic in a lesbian relationship. But the majority of lesbian women who identify as stud or butch or tomboy lesbians disagree with this relationship structure or ideal that lesbian feminine women have regarding stud, tomboyish, butch lesbians. In other words, there are masculine presenting lesbian women who feel neglected, and they almost feel like they're forced to be someone who they are not in a lesbian relationship with a feminine lesbian in order to have a relationship with a woman. These lesbian women who are butch, stud, or tomboy, they are women and they want to be treated as women. No, they are not feminine lesbians, but they are still women. What does that mean? That means that she does not want to have the pressure of taking care of 100% of the bills in the household. That means that she does not view herself as a man in a heterosexual relationship. In a heterosexual relationship dynamic, the male partner is considered to be the head of the household. He usually is the one who earns more income, or he earns 100% of the income in the household, because his female partner, which is a heterosexual woman, is either a housewife or she's a stay-at-home mother. So she does not work. And she views the man as the leader and the provider, the head of the household. So the man takes on full responsibility to work and provide for his family. Also, the heterosexual woman views her heterosexual husband as the protector, meaning the husband, the man, he has to be physically in shape. He has to know how to fight. He has to know how to protect his wife and his children, because he is physically stronger than a woman. Most men on average are stronger physically than a woman. Most men on average earn more money than a woman. Most men on average are favored in a male heteronormative society because men are viewed as the leaders, and women for years have always been viewed as the weaker sex. And depending on how you interpret that word weaker sex, some people view that as being inferior, or they can view it as a woman being physically less powerful than a man. However, when you take on the mentality of a heterosexual relationship dynamic in their roles, and you apply it to a homosexual lesbian relationship dynamic, you will invite problems into your lesbian relationship. And the reason why is because a woman does not think like a man. I did a video. I've done a couple of videos that I can think of regarding stud butch lesbians and how they struggle with being friends with men, heterosexual men. And I've also did a video about why stud or butch or tomboy lesbians have friendships with men, heterosexual men. And you can search the archives to look at those videos, but the video, the intention of the video is to highlight that men and women are still different from each other. Even though a woman is a lesbian and she's masculine presenting, she still knows that she's a woman. She still knows that she is not a man. And that distinction is made clear whenever she encounters a heterosexual man. If she encounters a heterosexual man, he treats her like she's a woman, even though she's masculine in appearance or she's tomboyish, because that heterosexual man does not see another man. He sees a woman. And that lesbian woman, even though she's tomboyish or masculine or butch in appearance, she knows that that heterosexual man views her as a woman. So why, if you are a feminine presenting lesbian woman, why are you treating your lesbian female partner who is butch or tomboyish or stud as a man. Even a heterosexual man knows that he is not supposed to treat a lesbian woman who is butch, stud, or tomboy as a man. He recognizes she is a woman. And the reason why some lesbian studs, butches, or tomboy women are able to have good friendships with heterosexual men is because these heterosexual men know their boundaries with these lesbian women who are masculine in appearance. They treat them as women still. So they're able to have these friendships with them, and they know the boundaries. And these lesbian, stud, butch, or tomboy women, they appreciate that. It gives them a break. It allows them to be around a heterosexual man who understands them. But she really needs that from her lesbian female partner, who is a feminine woman. There are some stud lesbians, butch lesbians, or tomboy lesbians who are single, not by choice, but they're having a very rough time finding another lesbian woman who is feminine presenting, who treats them as a woman. Does that mean that she's gonna wear a dress for you, meaning the stud or butch or tomboy lesbian? Does that mean she's gonna put on a dress for you one day? No. She's going to dress according to how she feels comfortable. And one thing I can say about lesbian women who are stud, butch, or tomboy, they have an immaculate sense of style. Many of them dress very well, even better than actual heterosexual men. And you know why? Because they're still women. Because women are different from men. Women are more observant and very particular about their appearance. Women like to be pretty. Women like to look good. Women like to smell good. They like to feel good. So this is why you see a lot of masculine presenting women who dress very well, who dress better than even heterosexual men. They're very good at fashion and style. They have a lot of charisma. And they have a very solid essence about them where they make you feel safe. So you're still going to have a woman who makes you feel safe, makes you feel loved. She looks very good to you. You love the way she dresses. You love the way she does her hair. You love her unique style. You love her personality, her smile, the way she talks to you, the way she comforts you, the way she even just has a sense of independence. She makes you feel very safe in the relationship. You're gonna have the balance in your relationship. And I'm speaking to the feminine lesbians right now. You're gonna have that balance in your relationship. And the reason why is because with lesbian relationships, there's always gonna be that masculine or feminine energy that we intuitively are drawn to. So the only way you know who's a good match for you is when you are around them, when you get to feel their energy. The energy is their essence. It is their masculine and their feminine energy. And depending on where she dominates in that energy, she probably dominates more in her masculine energy. And you as a feminine lesbian, you dominate more in your feminine energy. So that's that balance. That's there. So you don't have to worry about that because that is innate. That's automatic. But the issue is when feminine lesbians assign roles to their masculine presenting lesbian partners, in the same way that heterosexual women expect their heterosexual man to perform. And I get it. You probably have come from a two-parent heterosexual household, so that's all you know. Or you've only seen heterosexual couples, so it's all you know. But what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to communicate with your lesbian partner, and you're going to have to allow her to feel safe and comfortable to open up to you. Don't disrespect your lesbian partner who is tomboyish, butch, or a stud when she tells you that, I don't think that because I am the stud or the butch in this relationship that I should be assigned to take out the trash indefinitely. I don't think that I should be the one that has to pay all the bills 100%. I don't think that I should be the one who has to go and wash the car. Just because you think that I should do roles of a man. I am still a woman. I sometimes want to be hugged. I sometimes want to be kissed. I sometimes want to make love. And I don't want to have to be the one who initiates the love making all the time. If I don't ever initiate making love to you, then it never happens. And the only reason why it never happens is because you think because I'm the masculine lesbian that I should initiate kissing you first, touching you first, that I should initiate even going out on a date. And you get upset with me if I don't initiate. But feminine lesbians, do not pressure or expect your lesbian partner who is masculine presenting to initiate everything in the relationship, to take the lead in everything in a relationship. And the reason why is because that is what heterosexual men do. She is not a heterosexual man. She is a lesbian woman. And the beauty about being lesbians is that we are equals. We don't have to deal with the pressure of a heteronormative society in the privacy of our relationship. Unless you make it that way. And I urge you not to make it that way. And that's what is happening. And that's why many of the tomboy, butch, and stud lesbians are either breaking up with feminine lesbians or they're just choosing to stay single because they'd rather be single than to be miserable, than pretend to be someone who they are not. We are equals. We don't have to think about, oh, you make more money than me just because you're a man. Oh, you think that because I'm a woman, I need to be in the kitchen all day, that I need to stay with the children all day, and you get to go out and stay out late with your homeboys. Why should we add all of that drama that heterosexual people take on in a lesbian relationship? We have enough issues to deal with. Lesbian erasure. Just being a lesbian, we already are discriminated against. So why cause more issues for ourselves in our lesbian partnerships? Be creative in your lesbian partnerships. Communicate and listen to each other. Love each other. Be kind to each other. Be patient. Be understanding. And don't look down on your lesbian partner if she has another way of viewing things. Because when you listen to your partner and you empathize with your partner, it helps you grow, and it allows your partner to be themselves. And your relationship will be more loving. It'll blossom. And it's so important for lesbian couples to stay together, because there's plenty of heterosexual people that's watching us. They may not let you know, but they're looking on. And we need more lesbian marriages. I want to see more of us in society. And I believe that lesbian couples, you should actually take care of your mental health. Make sure that you have a therapist and a life coach. I'm a certified life coach, and I offer same-sex attracted coaching for same-sex couples. Contact me. That's what I'm here for. So I hope that this message brings you clarity. And if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, contact me. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Yasha Speaks, for this wonderful topic. And I appreciate everyone for watching today. Thank you for all of my subscribers. I really appreciate you. And if this is your first time viewing my YouTube channel, please subscribe. Thank you very much. I am Giselle Wallace. Have a wonderful day.